54. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Tomorrow, slight chance for showers. High temperatures reach up to 76. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Currently 43.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. Illinois State Police have arrested a Girard man following a child exploitation investigation. 48-year-old James Barnard is facing multiple Class X felony charges, including possession and dissemination of child sexual abuse materials involving a child under the age of 13. According to investigators, the case began after a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Illinois State Police, working alongside the Macoupin County Sheriff's Office and the Illinois Attorney General's Office, identified Barnard as a suspect. Authorities executed a search warrant on April 1st at a home on North Harrison Street in Girard, where Barnard was taken into custody. Charges were formally filed the following day by the Macoupin County State's Attorney's Office. Barnard is currently being held in the Macoupin County Jail. The investigation remains ongoing. Illinois State Police remind the public that suspected child exploitation can be reported anonymously through the cyber tip line at cybertipline.org. The Illinois High School Association is announcing a new partnership with Credit Union One, naming the financial institution an official partner of IHSA championship events across the state. The partnership is designed to support student athletes and member schools while also enhancing the experience at state final events. IHSA Executive Director Craig Anderson says Credit Union One's commitment to education and community involvement makes them a natural fit for the organization. Credit Union One President and CEO Todd Gunderson says the partnership will help student athletes build a strong financial foundation early with access to financial wellness tools and resources for both students and their families. As part of the agreement, Credit Union One will be featured across IHSA championship events and digital platforms, with opportunities to connect directly with fans and athletes. The IHSA oversees state championship competition for more than 800 high schools and serves hundreds of thousands of student athletes across Illinois each year. The Family Life Center in Shelbyville is inviting the community to its annual Prayer Walk for Life. It's scheduled for Saturday, April 25th at 10 in the morning at the West Dam Access Point on Lake Shelbyville. FLC is using the event to bring supporters of their cause together, promote their many services, and raise funds to continue to provide said services. Dawn Adrian and Linda Spindler, respectively the Center Director and Development Director, hope the event will also attract more people to become involved with FLC's work.
We have done this for several years here in Shelbyville. It's been a really amazing thing, something new to family life centers as a whole, but just extremely powerful time of prayer and reflection where we're going to pray over the moms, the dads, those that are unborn still, so our pregnant mamas, and then those that we've lost to stillborn, miscarriage, or abortion. Just a really special time. We'll allow our supporters to raise funds for the Family Life Center. It is a fundraiser. We don't want that to discourage you from coming. We'd like that to encourage you to invite your friends and family to take part and get involved, right?
Absolutely.
This is an amazing free services that we offer here in Effingham, and the more community that is available to support us with these fundraisers, the more services that we are able to offer the community. So it is a very, very important event.
The Family Life Center, which also has locations in Effingham and Newton, offers a number of classes, trainings, and tests for those of all ages.
First, I want to say they're all free and confidential, and there's no age limit, there's no cost in anything, and we don't reject you for what finances you have or do not have. So we have free pregnancy testing, free limited obstetrical ultrasounds, STI testing and treatment, post-abortion assessment and healing support, miscarriage healing support, abortion pill reversal, And we have evidence-based education for abortion risks and procedures, adoption referrals, breastfeeding, parenting, prenatal and post-birth, and sexual risk avoidance.
The center's schedule for April and May includes a number of dates for their breastfeeding class. The class focuses on the basics of breastfeeding.
They are 2-part breastfeeding classes, and they are coming up on April 9th and April 23rd, and then also May 7th and May 21st. And our nurses will be glad to work with you and teach you all of the basics and how to overcome difficulties. You know, the more females that are in there, you know, the comfort level is better if there's no men.
We do have fatherhood classes at the Family Life Center. We know that the father is an integral part of the family unit, and it is extremely important for the father to be involved. And so we do provide a full gamut of prenatal and post-birth education for dads as well.
FLC's Shelbyville office is at 225 East South 1st Street. More information is available at empowerflc.com. Don Adrian and Linda Spindler appeared as guests on the WTIM Shelbyville Morning Show. This spring, families across the country and in Illinois may suddenly discover they need a safe place to sleep, a warm meal, and help replacing essentials that have been lost in minutes. The American Red Cross of Illinois is urging people to help out if they can. According to a report by the American Red Cross, January produced severe winter storms that forced families across multiple states to turn to the Red Cross for support. In that specific month alone, the organization provided more meals and snacks than during the previous year's record-breaking wildfires in Los Angeles. In February, the Red Cross opened more than 100 shelters across the country for families displaced by winter storms stretching from California to the Northeast, along with extensive flooding on the West Coast and wildfires across the plains. To narrow it down to just Illinois, the American Red Cross states that over the past year, Illinoisans have experienced disasters such as the Kankakee tornado, which impacted hundreds of people. Additionally, local volunteers have provided comfort and hope to over 2,275 people after 475 fires across Illinois so far this year. Donating provides assistance to the Red Cross with stocking warehouses with urgently needed relief supplies, training volunteers in advance so they can respond immediately, maintaining vehicles, setting up shelters quickly in pre-identified and safe locations, and making sure families are not alone in their first few hours of tragedy. According to the Red Cross, a gift of any size makes a difference. If financial support is not an option, donating blood or volunteering for relief efforts is just as appreciated. The American Red Cross states also that they need blood now more than ever. This year's severe weather impact has already caused thousands of blood donations to go uncollected. Donors in unaffected areas make it possible for the Red Cross to continue meeting patient needs. And now a word from Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Hi, this is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. 2026 is an exciting year at TCCU. We are building a new home office, upgrading our mobile app, and preparing to offer mobile check deposit, all to better serve our members. 2026 also marks our 70th anniversary. For 70 years, TCCU has been your local source for low loan rates, great deposit rates, and an organization proud to serve our local communities. Visit any of our convenient locations in Taylorville, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or Painter. You can also visit us online at tccu.org, member NCUA.
The Social Security Administration's efforts to educate the public on Social Security-related scams are a year-round operation. They did, however, set aside March 5th as National Slam the Scam Day. The goal was to give current and prospective beneficiaries alike the tools to spot scams and protect their personal information. SSA Public Affairs Specialist Jack Myers says this initiative comes amid an increase in complaints of government imposter scams in the last 2 years.
I wish I could say they're getting better, Reed. But unfortunately, according to data from the Federal Trade Commission, in 2025, the number of complaints actually increased. They had over 330,000 complaints of government imposter scams last year, and that was up 25% from 2024. So these government imposter scams continue to happen. So we all, as consumers, I guess is the best way to put it, we all have to be diligent and careful so that we don't fall victim to that. Just to give you a little background on the data, Social Security remains one of the most frequently impersonated agencies. Federal Trade Commission received 34,621 reports of Social Security imposter scams last year. But something that kind of ballooned last year was the toll or DMV imposter scam. They were number one by a large margin.
In addition, around 14% of reported Social Security imposter scams resulted in the victim losing money. Signs that a call is a scam include requests for unusual financial transfers and a heightened sense of urgency.
Some signs of a scam will include an unexpected problem or offer of a prize or benefit that kind of puts pressure on you to act immediately. A request for an unusual payment like either cryptocurrency or gift cards, wire transfers, or cash. Sometimes the scammers are also going to, try to make you some kind of promise and make you think that this is an effort to keep your money safe while the made up problem is being resolved. I've heard, where they try to get you to move your money to a certain account or cryptocurrency or, wire transfer, anything like that to basically the premise is to keep it safe while they investigate this problem that puts that money in jeopardy. But really, your money's fine until you move it to whatever they're trying to get you to move it to. That's what puts it in jeopardy.
While Social Security does occasionally call beneficiaries, it is typically in response to a benefits application. Myers stresses the agency will never ask for payment in unusual forms, threaten suspension or arrest, or ask for money in exchange for assistance or extra benefits.
We're never going to get you on the phone and then offer to text or email images of an employee's official government identification. We've heard that some of these scammers will do that. They have a fake government badge and they're real happy to try and share it with you because they want to try to get that credibility. So if someone's offering to text or email you a picture of their badge, that's not us. We don't do that. I'm never going to fax or email or text you a picture of my government badge, nor will any of my coworkers. So that's a big red flag for you. If you're getting a call where someone's telling you, if you don't do this, your Social Security number is going to be suspended and you're going to be arrested, we don't do that. We don't suspend Social Security numbers. So that's a red flag. If we're really trying to, or we wouldn't do this, but if the scammer is really trying to put the pressure on you by threatening you with arrest or other legal action unless you immediately pay a fine or a fee, that's a red flag because we don't do that.
The Social Security Administration urges anyone to report scams related to that agency via ssa.gov/scams. Myers acknowledges that victims may feel too embarrassed about the situation to do so, but adds that everyone in the U.S. is vulnerable.
You can read about scams, kind of some of the stuff we're talking about here today, but there's also a button to report it. So you could report it to our Office of Inspector General that way. If it's a different kind of imposter scam, the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, is still interested in hearing about those things. So you could go to their website at reportfraud.ftc for Federal Trade Commission.gov. So you can go ahead and report that either way. And it is good to do so. Sometimes it's natural to feel embarrassed by that sort of thing, but understand that the people who are doing this are very good at what they do. It's not a reflection upon you if you do fall for it. We hope you don't because, obviously I don't want to see anybody lose their hard-earned money. But if you do, don't be embarrassed by it. It's something that you should report so that, hopefully we can collect enough data points to shut this stuff down. And if nothing else, at least have these statistics so we can talk about it in the future and just help raise awareness to the extent that fewer people fall for it.
More information on the Social Security Administration is available at ssa.gov. Jack Myers appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. And now, a word from Heartland Bank and Trust.
Your son was 3 when you planted that tree in your backyard. Now he's grown, planting seeds and making memories with his own kids. Let Heartland Bank help you grow more memories with banking options for every stage of your life. Welcome, former CNB customers. We're your community bank. Heartland Bank, We build relationships that nurture and grow your dreams. Visit us today at hbtbank.com, member FDIC.
Kiwanis members welcomed representatives from Taylorville's Tommy TV at their Tuesday luncheon at the Taylorville Moose Lodge. Tommy TV co-producer Molly Smith, along with head of committee Kavya Patel, made a presentation focused on the upcoming annual Tommy Awards. This will be the 5th year that the awards are being presented. The Tommy Awards is a student-led and community-centered award show. The program is designed to honor outstanding students, staff, and members of the community. The goal is to recognize people who make a meaningful impact on Taylorville. With a working budget of $38,000, the Tommy Awards presents a professional appearance as recognition is given to those who have made outstanding contributions to the community. The evening includes a catered dinner followed by a great program. This year's Tommy Awards will take place May 9th in the Taylorville High School Gymnasium. Tickets for the event can be purchased at tommyawards.tv. For more information, visit Tommy TV on Facebook or email tommyawards@tcusd3.org. Kiwanis members were also updated on activities related to the Taylorville Kiwanis Club. Kiwanis Park at Lake Taylorville held a cleanup day and will soon be updated to include a cornhole area of play. As a reminder, the Taylorville Kiwanis Club will be hosting its annual all-you-can-eat pancake and sausage breakfast fundraiser Saturday, April 25th. Serving will begin at 6:30 in the morning and continue until 11 at the Taylorville Moose Lodge. All proceeds are utilized to serve local youth facilities. The Taylorville Kiwanis Club is part of a global organization of volunteers dedicated to improving the world one child and one community at a time. Weekly meetings are held Tuesdays at noon at the Taylorville Moose Lodge. For information on the club, go to taylorvillekiwanis.com or email the club at taylorvillekiwanis@gmail.com. Now to obituaries, which can be found at taylorvilledailynews.com. 92-year-old Patricia Eileen Kretzer of Taylorville died on Sunday. A memorial service will take place at a later date. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 73-year-old David D. Black of Taylorville died March 31st. Visitation is today from noon till 1 at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. A memorial service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Harper's Ferry Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 84-year-old Robert Smith of Taylorville died March 31st. Visitation is tomorrow from 2 till 4 at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. A celebration of life will immediately follow at Evangelical Free Church in Taylorville. Interment will be at a later date. Cremation rights have been accorded. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 80-year-old Carol A. Lahr of Taylorville died on Sunday. A memorial visitation will take place on April 10th, which is Friday, from 10 till noon at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. A private graveside service will take place at Oak Hill Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 71-year-old Debbie L. H. Resnick of Taylorville died on Saturday. A memorial service will take place this Saturday at 10 at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. And 94-year-old Doris Long of Greenville, formerly of Sorrento, died February 18th. Visitation is April 18th from 11 till noon at Donald Wygand Funeral Home in Greenville. A celebration of life will immediately follow. Interment will be at Brown Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Donald Wygand Funeral Home in Greenville. It is currently fair and 43 degrees outside. We're expecting mostly sunny skies today with a high near 70, breezy with a south wind of 11 to 21 miles per hour with gusts as high as 29 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 54. Tomorrow, a 20% chance of showers after 1 in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny with a high near 76. Get local news anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and every